In today's episode, Barbie and I will experience live how is it to deploy something from Claude Code. Some of the recent episodes we actually designed and produced whole website. You can check on our YouTube that episode if you want. And today we're actually going to deploy that and troubleshoot during the hour. And we will start right away because it's going to be a longer process, probably. We don't know yet. So can you explain people what they need before they even start deployment process?
Okay, let me get started on sharing my screen immediately. Oh, great. Immediately break.
Well, we promise technical difficulties. If nothing, that's the most consistent thing we keep delivering since episode one.
I was trying to show you the website that we built in our previous session so that you know what we're going to be deploying because we're coming in prepared with a website. You can look at one of our previous LinkedIn Lives to see how long it took us to do a full design and a full build in Claude Code. It did not take a long time. We managed to do everything within the hour. So now we're going to deploy it because we actually have not had any time to do that. Since we did the LinkedIn Live. We're busy gals, so we're taking this hour to fully deploy this website online and to test some of these functionalities that we have. The website is pretty basic, so it has an email capture, which is the most important part for us. It is connected to our Substack, but because we haven't deployed the website, we haven't actually tested that. So I can see that there's going to probably be a breaking point there that we're going to have to fix as well. But yeah, we have our blog, which is going to be featuring all of the LinkedIn Live episodes so that you can see like a recap. And we just have our bio. That's it. That's the only thing we need from this website. It's a pretty simple static website with just one additional blog page. So I'm hoping that this is not going to be crazy difficult to deploy. But let me just walk us through what I did in preparation for this episode, because I'm assuming that most of us marketers maybe didn't have experience with some of these tools that are used for essentially developer tools. So you might
Yes,
not have them
please.
on your, yeah. So I did that off screen just because you have to log into everything and I didn't want to like do that live. Plus Claude did all of it for me. So let me show you just the chat here. I asked chat, it's like, okay, we have the website design ready. I would like to have that deployed. Look at my laptop, look at my system, tell me what am I missing in order for you to be able to deploy this. Basically, Claude did everything. It downloaded developer tools that I'm going to be using. So for me, I chose Vercel. There's other alternatives depending on what you are building. Vercel is probably pretty robust for just a static website that I'm launching right now, but I have other projects that are a little bit more complex, so I do want my Claude to be using Vercel. It made sure that my GitHub account is logged in and that I have my GitHub identity set. It also made sure, and it fully did this by itself. The Substack that we have was on the domain that I want to deploy this website on. So we had to do a switch, and I was like, it's best if I just do that beforehand because sometimes it takes a little bit of time for those DNS records to update. And it just changed everything for me. And it was like, which Substack would you like to use now? And it even suggested that I set up automatic routing from like anyone using our link previously so that it automatically goes to this new Substack link. So no links will be broken. And it checked that it has all the website files. All of that is from the folders that we used to actually design and build the website previously. So it's all already there. But yeah, I wanted to give that as a quick preview of what you're gonna have to set up. I know it seems a bit daunting, but it took me through the entire process. Obviously, it can't do everything by itself because there's certain things where you're gonna have to log in, you're gonna have to use terminal. It's not a big deal. This is what it looks like. It gives you exactly what you need to copy paste. You just copy it and click enter, and then it guides you through it. If there's anything that you are maybe not understanding, just take a screenshot, add it to Claude, and it will explain what you need to do.
Ante told us in the comments there is a Vercel plugin as well. Did you use plugin or not? You're not technical girls. Okay.
I don't think I used the plugin. I just have Vercel on my computer now and an account. So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I would
So
love to hear what are the differences between the two. Like, is it better if I use a plugin, or does it make meaningful difference specifically for things that we're doing? I'm not launching like an entire website with like a full CMS and like a really technical build. But yeah, that's an interesting one. No, I don't think it's a plugin. But let us know in the
okay.
comments what's kind
Yeah.
of the benefit for each.
Okay, so you listed what we need to download on the computer before we start, and now what we do, what do we open, what do we ask?
Woohoo. Okay. Well, I'm happy with how the website looks. Is there anything that you wanted me to change before we launch it?
No,
Understanding that
go
we
for
can
it.
also make changes after. Okay.
Yeah, just go for it. Approved.
Yay. Approved. Let's go. I have to look at you as my project manager and be like, are we good to go?
Yeah, I
Okay.
love how I'm the creative Q&A one, and you're in strategist and the one who has a few things. It's not in line how our friendship was going, but I love the switch. Okay, tell us,
Okay. So,
what are you typing into Cloud
yeah.
Code? Is that the same chat that you used the previous live when we designed our website? So once we design, we in the same chat, we're doing the deployment. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So it already has context, and that's why I can just go in and be like, "Great, we're ready to deploy," because it already we followed it from the design itself and explaining all of the functionalities that we want to have. So it already has that context. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say that, and also today I kind of discussed with it, like, can you double check that I have everything that I need to deploy this before we start this live. I don't want to mess up something during the event and have something that I need to set up, and it's going to take like 10 minutes, because if we have an hour, that's actually not that much time. So I'm just going
Okay.
to say deploy using everything we discussed before in this chat. If you're missing any elements or files, let me know. You have everything you need in the connected folder. Because essentially in this folder here, we have all of our materials, and we have a specific folder for the website. So everything that was used for this design is in that folder. So it's essentially pulling from there and now deploying this website. But again, we already did the design and build, so now it's just deployment.
Quick questions that may be naive, but I have it, so I assume other marketers who are non-technical will have it. So when you download all of this apps, tools, whatever they are, that you need to use for deployment, um, do you put them in the same folder from where you're pulling all the context material or not? And do can you just in the same chat ask what you need for deployment, or did you do that in separate chat?
Let me literally show you what I did. So here's all of the design that we did. And then I was doing some changes here after our live. I wanted to kind of refine some of our photos, do some text, and just kind of polish it up a little bit. I basically asked, it's like, okay, I need to deploy this website. And I literally said, I want to make this website live and connect it to the domain I have, but I need to do this live in front of an audience, and I need to do all of the prep work ahead of time, which I'm assuming
You're
most
really
people are
giving
not.
him a context.
I
All the
was like,
context.
you need to help me with this. Do not embarrass me. It's high
I
stakes.
love I love when I love the fact that we can make the whole matrix vacuum with chat and actually ask for help. So help me to understand how you can help me. It's totally
Exactly.
different dimension.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you if you did that in the same chat, because a few days ago I was experimenting I was testing for one project. I was testing performance of Lovable and Claude Code, but I wasn't sure if the same inputs will work in Lovable and in Chat Code. And I went to Claude Chat and asked, okay, I want to build this, and that. How can I prompt Chat Claude in the best way so it can deliver? I put the context what I needed, and it explained me. And I went to Claude Code, and I put the first prompt, and it took it forever. Like it took it like 20-30 minutes to go through that first prompt. But what happened is essentially it pulled all the prompts from the chat, Claude Chat, that I opened actually in a search engine. I opened it in a Chrome, and it pulled all those prompts in the Claude Code chat and actually gave me like what it built. So it basically built prompts for itself, and then it pulled it without me even saying it to pull it from
Nice.
there. So yeah, so that was very fun experience for me, and that's the reason why I'm asking if you did everything within one chat or multiple chats. But it's good that you can actually do all of that in one chat. So once you finish designing and everything, you can just say, okay, I want to deploy it. What I need to do now? What can you do it for me?
Yeah, exactly. And it will tell you exactly what you're missing on your computer. And not only that, it will give you options for some of these developer tools. So you can tell it, like, okay, look at what I built so far. What kind of a tool is needed for this project? And it will give you advice. And I also noticed that when it sees anything that might be missing, it just kind of goes ahead and does that. That is because I always keep it on bypass permissions, which is kind of like a danger mode type of thing. But it will still always ask you before it does anything. I wouldn't say irreversible, but like any big changes, it will still ask you. This just means that you don't have to constantly be clicking yes, accept, allow, do it, whatever. Oh, wow, your website is fully deployed. Let's see about that. Let's see about that.
Is this going to be the shortest live we had?
No, don't jinx us. Do not jinx us. Shut up.
No, wait. I need to check on my computer, because all those engineering stuff, like it works on my computer. So 2 girls, 1 Claude. Oh my god, it's live.
Is it really? Yay!
It is. It is live. Okay, let me see if things are clickable.
Yeah, we need to start testing.
Yeah,
now.
it
So
is.
the email
Like,
capture.
I can open the blog post. So about section. Okay, everything here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And by the way, for the
subscription.
blog, it's pulling from our Substack. So this is the exact same text we use on our Substack. It's just that it didn't add any of the visuals, but we can probably update that.
Okay. Let me check if I can subscribe. I'm shocked. Okay, something went wrong. Try again. Okay,
Great.
it's not connected to Substack.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Let's see what we need to do there. Oh, sorry. It's my Notion. Okay. Thanks. You did such a good job. I have to say thanks. We tested the email capture.
Always
And
be
it
nice.
also always be nice. Before this live, I was adjusting, like I was asking it to install everything that we needed for this, and then it was like 30 minutes before the live, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna let him rest now. Like I'm gonna move to another task. Wait, did you see that when Anthropic released their like entire fucking code to the world this week accidentally, which was confirmed, by the way. It was accidental. It was human error as always, but it did, like, when you curse and like say mean things, it does register it as like a negative command. Like it knows what you're doing. So like the vibes are bad. So do with that what you will. Okay, was
Oh
tested
my
the email
god.
capture and it's showing me an error. This is supposed to be connected to our Substack email capture. When we built the website itself, it was connecting to our current domain for this, which it was in Substack. So maybe there's a bit of a thing there, but I could tell while we were designing and building this in our last live, it was like, can you connect this to Substack? And it was like done within like a minute, and I'm like, I don't. That's probably that didn't work, but we can't test it right now. So
This
yeah.
is suspicious.
Okay, fixed and deployed.
Okay. I will also do.
Yeah, because I kind of subscribed from, I think, most of my emails. So. Oh, okay. I think it works because it leads you to the Substack thing. Huh. Okay. I think that should work.
Yeah, it works for me as well.
Yay, let's pop it in the comments. And then anyone who hasn't subscribed to us, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, can you go and test this for us?
Yeah, live Q&A. So every deployment. So we skipped the staging beta and everything. We went to production right away. Can you please test this for us?
This is the closest a marketer can get to pushing a new product feature and just being like, let's see what the users say. We need someone to stress test this.
Well, it wasn't so stressful. I honestly thought that this is going to be like a nightmare of a life, if I can be honest,
Me
because I was
too.
like, oh my God, there is, I don't know, a list of things that can go wrong. And essentially, like, it did it in the first try. So
Yeah, basically.
kudos to you and Claudia.
Claudia, thank you so much. I think I probably over prepared, expecting the worst, and then also expecting that when something breaks, we're just not gonna know what happened. So in hindsight, I wish I went through the entire step of like creating all of the, well, again, it would be kind of tricky to log in on the spot live, but if I was like installing all of the developer tools and all of that, but I promise you it's not difficult, it's not complicated at all. You can literally do it like in the background while you're doing something else. Just tell Claude Code, importantly, Claude Code, don't go to chat. Go to Claude Code and just ask it
Okay.
what you need for this.
Because we have like a lot of more minutes until we go to
Oh,
1 hour.
there's plenty we can do. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, because I have some questions and requirements.
Okay. Okay, because there's some things that we would want to maybe change here, and remember we can also, well, honestly, one of my items was like, let's build all of the blog posts, which we can do because currently it's only episode 1 that it's pulling, so these can be clicked. It's also interesting that it added these tags, which I do like, but they're a bit, yeah, they don't really make sense. So there's definitely stuff that we can fix now. But what were your questions?
I was just waiting for you to
Oh,
stop
sorry.
yapping. So, first question is, can we edit text manually? Can we have a specific prompt on how to optimize things that it's pulling from our live?
Ooh.
Because I don't want it to be the same text that is going to Substack.
Yeah.
Because of duplication and everything. Like, sorry, but before I became like a content girly, I started as an SEO person, and that SEO person is forever with me, whatever I do.
Yeah.
I'm super hard on it. So that's one thing. The other thing is that you see how in the browser the cards to no go the card of the browser where two girls in one cloud is open
Oh, the
is
tab?
yeah the
Mhm.
tab. It says two girls dot one cloud
Mhm.
dot and then it's
Yeah.
dash live something something something. I would
Yeah.
love to optimize that. I would love to add logo on that tab as well.
Mhm.
And let me check if it's mobile responsive.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
very smart.
yeah.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah, that's why we are two girls, not one girl.
Yes. Yes, I need my partner.
Yeah, it actually is responsive. Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it is responsive. The only thing that is messed up is blog. So
How is it messed up?
feature images are not placed equally. So you can see how they have different like fit in, fill, and cropped.
Mhm.
Also the attribution and what is specifically like makes my migraine starting it's like the dates. You can see that they're not fixed.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, they're static.
There's
Okay.
yeah. And also my question is as we go and add more episodes, um how will blog populate and how will people find everything? Is there going
Yes.
to be always like three blog posts and nothing else is shown? If is it going to turn in a separate page in one moment, etc.? I have a lot of questions, so let's start with this tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's start with the blog because that's the messiest part. My goal for this LinkedIn Live is for us to have something that we like it's online, it looks good, and it also works. And I think the email capture and the blog is the most important part of that. Because yeah, the blog is currently it's just pulling the we did this on the second live event, so it's just pulling from the first one. But yes, ideally I want this to be always the latest 3 episodes. When clicked into the blog, I want there to be a separate page that outlines all of them so you can see all of the posts and, maybe even search for tags and stuff. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
interesting. And yes, we do need a separate workflow that is essentially taking the transcript from each of our events and writing a optimized blog post based on that and simply pulling from the writing style and tone of voice of our Substack because I feel like we treat Substack as kind of like our baby. So we both look at the text before it goes out. It's not just like AI generated. Like I genuinely have a lot of fun writing it every week. So like I sit on Fridays with my little coffee and then I write the Substack. So I do want it to kind of pull from that writing style, but again, we don't want the same text on both platforms and we need to optimize. We're basically gunning for SEO here, so we need to optimize for that. And also, I wanted to pull from all of the visuals that we use on Substack because we show parts of the process, and we also want the YouTube video to be linked here.
Yes. Also, like when it comes to SEO, like I don't want it SEO article like it's 2015. I actually
Mm-hmm.
wanted to
Yeah.
have tone of voice. For example, if we're doing Substack in your tone of voice, we can do blogs in my tone of voice, or we can mix it. One depends how we can set the rules. Um, I also want them to have specific URL based on keywords, so not blog episode
Mm.
one, but actually building a content repurposing tool or something like that. But I need them to figure out. I need them. I need Claude. I need Claudia. Claudia, focus. I need you to figure out
She,
what
her.
is she her. Yeah. She her they them for the whole Claude.
Yeah. Whatever your
Um,
preference is.
yeah, I need her to figure out what is the best keyword for that piece, to use it in URL, to use it for main title, to spread it
Hmm.
through the to the subtitles. I needed
Yeah.
to use real life data that we're actually spilling around when we're talking. So both of us are sharing our personal business experiences. I'm sorry for being so massive, but my dog is my priority. So
As she should be. Also, I don't see your video, so you
yeah.
sound pretty professional to me. That's fine.
Hi. um.
So on the blog post, we have
Yeah.
an email capture at the bottom, and I tested it and it didn't work. So I just quickly told it to fix it, and it did. So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for. I feel sometimes like I'm micromanaging you on these lives. Like, what did you do? What did you write?
Yeah, okay, so where do we start with this? So let me just, because I want to use this chat. So we built the website design, we now deployed the website, and we can use this specific Claude Code chat to add any changes. But I also want to use this chat every single week. So, like, for example, now when we're done with our live in 20 minutes, um, I want to take the transcript and I just want to upload it and have it push a blog post out from the transcript live basically immediately. Um, Now, we might have to do some additional SEO work after that, which I will 100% rely on you for that, because I don't know what's happening, and you are really, really good at it. So I would
Thank
love
you.
for you to kind of, spend some time other than just this 1 hour live on it. But for now, I want to make a workflow that's going to do that. And another thing that we should then do, and I know this is scary, but we're gonna do it together. It's gonna be fine. This is a perfect example of what an OpenClaw agent can do for us. So I think we need to have a two girls, one Claude OpenClaw agent that's going to help us with all of this. So he's going to be our content creator, our producer, our manager, everything. Our biggest fan, because we need some help with this, and I think we can offload a lot of that stuff onto the OpenClaw agent instead of just having some of these Claude Code sessions. But let's start with Claude Code. So I'm gonna
Let's
write a
let's
prompt
leave
now.
that. Let's
Yeah.
okay. You write the prompt. I will yap a little bit right now.
Okay. If you think of anything that I should like include in this prompt, maybe
Oh
give me
yes.
some like
Can you
what should I
also?
instruct her for SEO?
Sorry, before you start doing that, can we also add like links to our LinkedIn profiles in our like Meet the
Yes,
Girls? Because right
that's smart.
now, yeah, right now we don't have that option. That's something that I noticed. It's basically like you can link, like our names can be linked. It doesn't have to be separate. Um, separate image or anything like
Yes, that's very smart. Okay,
yeah.
and then let's see if it's gonna match the names without me having to prompt it additionally. I think you should be able to, Claude.
Okay, while Claudia is on her shift, I need to yap a little bit. So,
Please do.
yeah, like we talked about this. We talked about the open claw, and Again, you did this to me on live. So I'm, to be honest, I'm not into open claw because I'm not sure that I understand how it works. I had a great networking call today. And I talked with the guy about how to stop being scared about AI and about all the LLM shit that is going on. Like, you need
Oh,
to start
interesting.
learning. Yeah, you need to start learning about it. You need to start using it, etc., etc. Right now, I have zero capabilities to start learning about OpenClaw, and I have zero money to invest into side project called OpenClaw, meaning like to buy totally new computer where only like I will run OpenClaw. So
That's
for
that's a
now,
that's a thing. You don't need that. I'm not getting a Mac Mini just to get it started. It's fine. You don't
it's
need that. Yeah.
it's fine. It's not fine. I'm not running it on this computer.
Wait, why not? What's the hesitation though? Because I know that it's I heard this a lot from people, and I'm like, is this just a really well done PR stunt to get people to buy a Mac Mini? Because everyone's like, well, I wouldn't just let it run on my computer. I'm like, but you're letting Claude Code do whatever it wants. Like, I don't see what the.
Yeah, but
But maybe I'm not aware of the capabilities of it. Maybe I just don't know what it can do.
it's more about like cybersecurity thing. So Claude Code,
Yeah, I don't work
Claude,
for a company, so I'm a little bit like, what? So
yeah.
I
So
understand. I understand that part.
yeah. Claude Code has more things like organized and transparent about how they run things, what can app actually do, what can access to, how can manipulate data, and where is the line. What
Yeah.
goes to training data, what goes to training data for your company if you're having a team account where all the team members have their own like chats, co-works, and codes, and what of that goes to training data that's strictly for your like organization. What of the data can go or will go to training data for everyone else for public, and OpenCloud doesn't have that. Also, like
Mm-hmm.
there were multiple um, breaches, if I can say that, but basically like multiple occasions where OpenClaw runs series of things that lead to security situations for other companies, etc. Because essentially some of the employees installed OpenClaw and then like it messed up with security and got access to some data that is, non-disclosure agreements and all of that. So yeah, to 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 go to the point because of the security. What are you
Yeah.
typing?
Yeah. So I told it to it fixed the LinkedIn stuff. It does lead to our LinkedIn accounts now.
Let me check.
So yeah, go ahead and check. But I'm basically telling it to focus on the blog now because it's a bit messy. All the dates need to be accurate, not just month and a year. But in order for it to do that, I wanted to stop pulling from Substack because we want the text to be different. So I'm telling it to help me develop a weekly workflow that allows me to upload a transcript from each new LinkedIn Live and turn that into a blog post on the website. And I'm just giving it some rules to follow. The blog post on our website has to be different from the Substack text. We don't want
Mm-hmm.
any repeating text. You need to follow the writing style and tone of voice from our Substack, but the text has to be meaningfully different on both platforms. And it needs to source visuals to add to the blog post from our Substack. And it needs to
add
the
meaningful
blog.
data.
What should I so like I need to instruct it where to find that data, because I don't think we like
From
give data points.
transcript. No. So to use data points from transcript, to use our own experience that we share.
Yeah. So base everything in the transcript. As the source of truth. And what can I tell it that's not stupid, like optimize it for SEO? Like, can you give me like where should it start, understanding that we're gonna probably go ahead and develop like an actual SEO strategy for it that it can use, but just like for right now, what should I tell it to kind of do?
You do not have connector to Ahrefs, or you have? You don't have?
No.
Because
No.
I have it on mine, and I always tell it to connect to Ahrefs and then to find me a certain thing. But you can instruct it to find the most suitable
Like
keyword.
keywords? Yeah.
Yeah, one. So the most suitable keyword
Okay.
for the topic, and to use it for URL.
Okay. So what we should probably do. Oh, go ahead.
Now, I just wanted to say that this is not the best prompt for SEO, meaning like my definition, find the most suitable keyword for this and just use it. But we can dedicate some other episode to how to actually do SEO with Claude, because we're like having just 10 more minutes to finish it. So just run it.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to do one blog post. This would probably be a good episode specifically to develop not just rules for it to follow to optimize for SEO, but to also create a workflow where it can kind of keep updating everything as we go, so that we don't have to like write an SEO strategy and then like not look at it for the next 6 months or something.
Well, it hurted me a little bit. I don't think I'm able to do so, but okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
To just set and forget, like not look at it like next 6 months, like.
Oh yeah, well, but that's what I mean. Maybe there's like an automatic.
Knowing you, like it will be more like 3 to 6 days than 6 months, but okay. Okay,
I do like to check in on my projects.
A girl can dream. Okay, did you finish?
No. Wait, give me a second.
Okay,
The transcript for each live in the folders. Connected. Start with the first LinkedIn live. Okay.
Okay.
So it should work on one now. And if we like the look of that, then that's just the workflow that we will repeat every single week.
Okay, so we have a question. So Mohammed asked, he said he loved the session. Thank you so much. Sending you love back.
Thank you.
He said he's not technical and he wants to start with Claude Code. Where is the best place to begin? He learns by trial and error, as us. Should he use Terminal or an IDA? And can he do it all with a pro plan? So, from my side, I started just like she pushed me so much, I had to download it and to actually try it. And then I called her and I was like, it won't run. So,
Trial and error, baby.
Yeah, I had to download Terminal. But basically, I just asked Claude Chat. So how can I have Claude Code? And it instruct me like step by step. And whenever something wasn't working or it showed some error, I would go back to Claude Chat on the browser and I would like, okay, it's showing me this and that. Maybe screenshot it, maybe just describe it. Please help.
Please help,
That's
yes.
please help. And that's basically how I started. I don't know for you, how was your experience for tutoring?
I mean, I'm assuming that we all went through trial and error, regardless of how technical you are, because it's a new tool, and I feel like if we just kind of approach all of the new tools with that sense of like, let's see how this works, I guess. But yeah, I think that's by far the best way to start. Now, if you have any workflows that you really rely on, because I understand this is a bit of an issue for people, like you just maybe you have everything in ChatGPT from like last year and you have all of your folders and all of your projects really well organized there, and it's a bit daunting to just kind of adopt a new thing. You can also ask ChatGPT to write, just like summarize basically what you do in like that project file or that chat, and then start with that in Claude Code. So you can basically go ahead and say, here is what I'm used to doing in ChatGPT. Here is what I do, on a weekly, daily basis. How can you help me improve this, or how can you help me replicate this process through Claude Code? And then you at least have something to start with. But trial and error is always the best. Just tell it what you want it to do, and 8 out of 10 times it will surprise you by being able to do much more than you think. So like, I was really dreading the DNS records. I was like, that's gonna suck. I need to do that before our live, because that's always
Yeah.
such a pain in the ass, and you never really know if it worked or not. So I was like, okay, let's get this started, let's get this set up, and then it just did everything for me. So, but I couldn't have really known that if I didn't prompt it to like help me and tell it to do everything that it can on its own without my input. So yeah, I think that's kind of
Got
that's
it.
best.
Yeah.
I use Terminal. I don't think that was like a conscious decision. I think I just had it already on my computer. So I don't really know the difference between that and the other thing he mentioned. But I see most people use Terminal.
Yeah, it's also what Claude will recommend you. It recommended that to me. So, if you're
Nice.
using Mac, that's the easiest. If you're using Windows, we cannot help you.
It's that,
Also,
yeah.
I checked support articles for Claude, and it said that Claude Code Access and Claude Cowork research preview are in Pro Plan. So yeah, you can do code in Pro Plan.
Okay, so you have to have the pro plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come
Okay. Yeah.
the browser chat is free to some capacity, but for everything else, like you need to have subscription.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, but it helps that you can start off on the $20 a month plan and then increase if you need it. And like, I use Claude Code for literally everything. Like, if Claude is down, I just step away from my laptop. Like, I don't need to be here. Like, I use it for everything, and I'm still on the max plan, which is I think $100 per month. So I still didn't need to go to like the highest plan. My co-founder is on a even higher plan because he's like burning through his tokens.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a lot.
Okay. We will have another chat on what can you do for a certain amount of tokens and how fast are you burn so many tokens on that.
I mean,
It's a lot
it's
of
hard to
tokens.
know. Yeah, because it's like, for example, you see it here says 400 some tokens, and I'm like, that could mean anything. It's like when you go to like a foreign country that you've never been to before and their currency says something and you're like, that could be $1 or 100. I have no idea. Like it's meaningless.
It's like when you go to Hungary and everything is in fucking foreigns
That's the
and you
exact
yeah.
example I was thinking of. I just thought it wouldn't be relevant to most people. Hungary needs to get it together. Their currency is insanity. Why is a pair of shoes 450,000 Hungarian forints? Oh my god.
And I always just stare in those prices and I'm like, how much did I pay this fucking coffee? Like, was it 1,000? How many is 1,000 forints? And then I need to calculate it in euro, then back to dinars, then dinars to euros, then to
Oh my god, it's insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
And somehow it's always less. I spend less there than in some European countries where euro is the thing, and you have like 2 euros and 75 cents.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Wow, I'm surprised that this is taking that long, but okay, maybe it's like really it's really putting in the effort here, you guys.
What did it say? Sussing,
It's sussing.
connecting. I don't know, like how did they came up with those verbs, but they're
Yeah,
really good.
there's a full list of them now online because of the leak. There's like basically just like a file that has all of the words. It's obviously just using it to like shift
I
through
want
them.
to see that leaks. Do send to me. Sam, please send me, Sam. I know you're
I
here.
have something I have something better for you. If you go to a really cool newsletter that just posted about basically like a TLDR of the thing, it's called Ben's Bites. It's a really good one for everything about AI. And they just released today an email of like, here's what actually happened and here's what's actually relevant. And guess what? Not that many things are relevant. Well, at least not for us. For developers, there's a lot of things that are relevant because obviously developers jumped on it and rewrote their entire code in like Python and whatever. So if Anthropic wants to get that out of the internet now, they're gonna have to like engage in lawsuits and stuff. So it's gonna be a mess. But for us, not that many changes.
Claude Code now renders a full UI in your terminal. To solve the flickering, it shows add a new message when you scroll. I don't understand a single thing here.
Wait, what are you reading?
Ben's Bites. But it's some headline
Oh.
like Claude Code now renders a full UI in your terminal. To solve the flickering, it shows and new messages when you scroll up, gives you full mouse support and constant memory use. It
you don't need-
experiments for
yeah.
now.
That's not for us. We're not the target audience there. But if
We
you
should
go
maybe-
paragraph below, it will tell it about the Anthropic leak.
Okay. We should maybe in one episode include a girl, a friend of mine who is an engineer, and maybe she can like unbunk
Tell us
all
we're fucking
those.
stupid the entire time.
No. But unbunk. Help us understand what's actually
Please help.
happening. Please help. Yeah. Also, Claudia, what is this? Like, we have 2 more minutes,
Yeah, like
Claudia.
what are we doing?
That's something that drives me crazy and pushes me to lovable. For like faster things, even though when code delivers, it really delivers. But I'm curious, would you guys love some episodes where we test Claude Code versus some other tool? For example, like Code and Lovable. What gives you better results for landing pages or whatever? Do let us know in comments.
Yeah, it would be fun to, when we have something to build next time, like a full website or some kind of directory, it would be interesting to compare Lovable and Claude Code. So like maybe I can be building it in Claude Code and you can be building it in Lovable, and we can like start with the same materials and same, well, similar prompts or whatever, and just see what it does. But yeah,
Can
I
we
don't know. I
share?
feel like it's pretty
Can we share?
subjective.
Yeah, yeah. Can we
Yeah.
share two screens at the same time online?
Yeah, check in Riverside if you have access to it. If not, I might have to give you something because this is
Yeah.
still working
Okay.
anyway. So
Okay. We will check and report back.
yeah, I'll stop mine briefly and then I think you can do yours.
Let's see if I share screen.
Now I can relax. I can sit back. I can just watch you. This is great.
Yeah, but my question is actually, can we have two screens? Like, can you and I share the screens at the same time? So if we're doing comparison, Claude versus Lovable, can I do it on one screen sharing live and you do it on the other screen sharing live so people can actually see what's happening in the real time?
That's
Maybe a question for Claude.
yeah. So if I try to share my screen, it's basically saying Bojana is sharing her screen. Do you want to take over? So I think one at a time, but I'm sure we can figure something out. There's got to be a streaming
We'll
tool
figure
or
it out.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah, or
we will
just
definitely figure it out.
talk to Riverside support. I bother them about a lot of things anyway. So
But they're quite nice. Okay, did Code solve anything from the prompt? Because
it's
we're
still working.
overtime.
It's working overtime.
Okay, are
Yeah.
we going to wait for it or what?
Let's
What is
see.
the
How long do you
sentiment?
think you will need? Maybe it's gonna give me an estimate. Because we might have to wrap it up. But let me see what it says. But yeah, if we don't deploy that blog post now, you check in half an hour and it's gonna be on the website along with the new one from today.
Yeah, if
Oh, it says it's gonna need another 10-15 minutes. I don't know how much that's to be trusted, but
yeah, okay, let's wrap it up for today. And we're going to share in Substack the results and everything that happened and the results.
yeah, and the
basically that's
website
it
is
for
live, so the link it's out there. We'll polish up the blog post, but this will allow me to every single time we do the LinkedIn live, I just upload the transcript and it just does the blog post while I, probably go have lunch, something like that. So I'm pretty happy with our progress. It's not really asking me for any other material, so I think it's just gonna finish it up by itself, and it will immediately get deployed on the website. So that's our goal. But I'm very happy with how easy it was to just deploy the website. I know I did some prep, but I can guarantee you that it was very minimal in technical knowledge. So if we can do it, anyone can.
Oh my god, we sound like some girlies from Instagram. Like, if I can do it, trust me, anyone can do it. Like, but yeah, you just need to play around, and
Yeah.
eventually, like, the fear will disappear, because what was unknown will became like familiar, so it will be easier. Okay,
What a
that's a
beautiful
wrap.
way to end the episode. What is unknown will become known. Good luck, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
I may be working in B2B tech for a decade, But I'm still a bookworm. I was and I'm still am in the core of my soul. So it is what it is. Okay.
Okay.
Bye,
Awesome. We'll
everyone.
see you
See
guys
you
next
next
week.
week.
Bye bye.